Not play dice with the universe. This is what he was talking about. Is this chance, this indeterminacy, which physicists do not like. If you have a theory that you're going to use to describe the way the world works, if there's probability and chance involved, it's harder to work with and makes less physical sense. So you want to move on. But there was another early, one of the early problems or interpretations of this was another problem that drives these physicists batty, and also insecure men. It's called the measurement problem. And what this is if I measure a particle's position, I say, oh, it's right there. Then I measure it again. Oh, hey, it's still there. And quantum mechanics is like, hey, you want to measure it again? It's still going to be there. All right, cool. Now, quantum mechanics, tell me where it was before I measured it the first time. I don't know. It was somewhere with some probability. Or it was a lot of places with some probability, more appropriately. And this drove some people kind of made them a little nuts, made them mad at each other. And it split these physicists into camps. And you had a certain group of people, the agnostics, also known as, I like to think of them as lazy people, which is where I would have been, of, hey man, we can't know it, so why bother asking the question? Let's just move on. All right. And then you have the realists who said, well, hey, we measured it right there. The particle must have been right there before we measured it. Okay, that's where Einstein fell. And the argument here is that by saying this, if quantum mechanics can't tell me where it is, then quantum mechanics must not be complete. There must be more to it that we haven't yet figured out. And then you had what was known as the orthodox camp. And they said, well, the act of measurement causes this particle's wave function to collapse to a single point. In other words, the act of measuring something is this mystical, special operation that causes a particle to choose its position. Another way to think about this, you know the old question, if a tree falls in a forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, according to quantum mechanics, no. Because it is the presence of an eardrum that causes that sound to exist. Think about that a second. It is the measuring device that causes that which is measured to exist. It's weird. This is what I love about quantum mechanics. It does not make sense. But it kind of does. Because, they answered this with this collapsing wave function. So that when you measure something, it collapses, you know where it is. But that's still strange, and it's not pretty. So scientists needed a way around it. And there was a guy in the 50s. His name was Dr. Hugh Everett. And he developed the foundation of what came to be known as the many worlds theory. And his thing, he worked with pure wave mechanics. And in his formulation of quantum mechanics, he said, we're not going to have any of this collapsing wave function BS. Everything is going to be just the same before and after you measure. So, all states, if I collapse this wave function, every other state that it was possible to be in disappears, and we only have one. And Everett said, no, we're going to keep them all. So, in the orthodox view, if I flipped a coin and it came up heads, it collapsed, there were heads, and there was nothing else. But in Everett's view, in relative state theory, many worlds theory, it has many names theory, when you flip this coin and you catch it and you see, oh, heads. In your universe it is heads. There now exists another universe in which that coin came up tails. They both exist independently. And that I find as a wonderful comfort. Sorry, Jesus, but this does a lot more for me. The knowledge that somewhere out there is a Jim Gaffney that has solved world hunger. Somewhere out there is a Jim Gaffney that is a choreographer for Shakira. Somewhere out there, I am Santa. It's possible. And that gives me such great comfort that, hey, things may not be going great for me here, but somewhere they are. And I love the quantum mechanics. I mean, in this interpretation, this formulation, it tells you not just that anything is possible, but that literally everything is possible. Thank you.